It is time for my team selection for Gameweek 28. We're going to make one transfer for sure. We're going to talk about it in a minute. But before we do that, I'm FPL MV and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here I provide a lot of fantasy tips, a lot of football analysis, and everything related to the Fantasy Premier League world. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, comment down below what are your thoughts about Gameweek 28 and FPL as a whole. And now let's dive into the content. First, let's see how I did in Gameweek 27. Spoiler alert, I did medium. I did not get a lot of points. No, I got a lot of points, but the green arrow wasn't big. From here, when I got 70 points, I got around 200,000 places. Here, only 10,000. So I was around the average. Looking at my team, the thing that let me down for sure was the differential defenders. Let's start piece by piece. First in goal, Leno. He got a clean sheet against Brighton. That wasn't expected. He got a bonus point. He got a save point. Finally, he got some good returns. Last time he got 3-pointer. Now it's an 8-pointer. So we're moving forward with him. And now he has Wolves at away, but we're going to discuss that in a minute. Gabriel, pretty standard in the last, how many, 7 weeks. He performed really well. I missed the 17-pointer here, but I got him for the better. No, I missed the 12-pointer, but I got this 14 points of a run. So yeah, I'm all right there. A clean sheet. They scored 6 goals. He wasn't in the goal scorers, but a clean sheet is a clean sheet. Dawson, 1-pointer. They conceded 3 goals against Newcastle. That wasn't expected. I expected them to concede at least 1, but 3, it was too much. Estupinian, yellow card, 3 conceded goals, and he got 0 points. The issue is that I planned to maybe take a hit for a defender, but it's not in me to take a hit for a defender, and I risked it. When he was in the starting lineup, I was so happy. But after a while, he conceded 2 quick goals and then got a yellow card. And yeah, everything went downhill from then. In midfield, everyone returned. Palmer got only an assist, but it counts. Saka got 2 assists. Son scored a goal. Foden scored 2 goals. Saka played only 45 minutes. He was rested because why he wouldn't be with 5-0 up? Of course, he would be rested. Foden was the star of the team. 2 goals against United. My transfer last week was KDB to Son, and Son performed while KDB didn't. So yeah, I was on a green from that transfer for sure. Basically, from my attackers, Haaland only scored 1 goal. He missed a sitter in the first half. It would have been even better if he scored there and scored a little bit more points, but it's still on a return. Foden would have been the better captain, and Watkins for sure. Saka would have been a better captain, Son maybe. Basically, from the bunch that I was trying to choose, I got the least points, but I was never going to captain anyone else apart from Haaland or Saka, so 1 point difference, it doesn't matter so much. Watkins was a star once again. He has been performing lately, 5 goals in 3 games. It's a pretty good score. And after that, in Game of 28, he has a fixture, but we'll discuss that in a minute. From my bench, Douglas Lewis instead of Solanke would have been better, but let's be honest, Solanke at home for Burnley, I wasn't benching that. Douglas Lewis got an assist, 4 points only, so yeah, a yellow card. I wasn't too booked with his performance. Turner didn't play, Porro is injured, and Tegan Riley is not in the lineup and is not performing well. Looking at my team for game week 28, in goal, I'll be opting for Leno against Wolves, of course. He is my only playing goalkeeper. I was deliberating, should I bring Neto? But I have a playing goalkeeper and I don't mind continue doing so. In defense, I'm going for Dawson against Fulham. So once again, my defenders are playing once again against each other, so that isn't ideal, but I'm at least expecting to get some points from any of them. So yeah, let's see how the game unfolds. Tegan Riley is here because he's going to be transferred out. In a minute we're going to discuss that. And Gabriel against Brentford at home, he remains in the squad. He's my most trusted defender. In midfield, it's Saka against Brentford, Son against Villa, Foden against Liverpool, which isn't ideal, and Palmer against Newcastle isn't ideal as well. But let's be real, Aston Villa and Spurs are going to score a lot of goals, and on the counter, both of those teams can be amazing. Foden, he's a pretty well-rounded player at the moment, and he's in a pretty good form. For example, in the last 6 fixtures, he got 3 double-digit returns, so I'm pretty happy with the transfer there. Everything seems alright with him, so yeah, I'll continue owning him. Palmer, I expect a goal against Newcastle. Son, I expect goals, to be honest, and Saka against Brentford. He's even a captain option if Solanke didn't have a double up. Solanke against Sheffield and Luton, he's my nailed captain. Haaland against Liverpool remains in the squad, and Watkins against Spurs. So right now, the only issue is that I do not own anyone from Luton, and I do not own a second Bournemouth player, and they have a double up. I was deliberating, should I get Carlton Morris from Luton instead of maybe Watkins, and because after that, as you can see, at 29 I'm free hitting, so another home fixture, then it's City, Brentford, Villa. It's not ideal to say the least, but for now I won't sell Watkins when he has performed with basically 4 assists and 6 goals in 5 games. Sorry, that's pretty good form. He scored before that as well, so yeah, I'm not removing Watkins. He's too highly owned. Haaland, I'm not going anywhere away from him. This percentage scares me, and Solanke is my option as a striker. If you don't own at least if you don't own those 3 players and you have, for example, Tony, Darwin, Alvarez or someone like that, go for Carlton Morris. But if you own Watkins and Haaland, don't waste your transfers there. As you can see, my defenders is Estupiñán against Nottingham Forest, but I'm not too sure that I'll be playing Estupiñán. We have to see how he performs in Europe on today, or depends on when you watch the video. But he's not going anywhere near the lineup, and Poro this week, even though he may be back, I will be benching him because the transfer that I'm going to make is going to be Egan Riley for this guy called Zabarny. Kerkez is another amazing option to go for, and he has pretty good numbers, but there is a big but. He's not nailed. If I'm going for only Gameweek 28, I would go for Kerkez. But the thing for me is that I need Zabarny as a defender, because I plan to wildcard around 32 or 33. And before that, look at that fixture on Sheffield, Luton, Everton, Palace, again Luton. I mean, that screams a lot of clean sheets and screams a lot of points. He hasn't scored yet, but maybe it's time for him to score. He is not too good on the bonus, to be perfectly honest, because he's not making a lot of passes and etc. But he's nailed, and that's what I want to get from my defenders. I want someone that can be nailed. It is going to look like that, and he's going in. I was deliberating, as already mentioned, should I bring someone from Luton, maybe Doughty, as he's way more explosive and way more owned, to be perfectly honest, and just making assists left, right, and center, and has Palace, Bournemouth, but then it's Spurs in 30, then Arsenal in 31. Maybe after game week 34, I can look and bring him in. But before that, I'm not too interested in bringing Doughty, as I believe Palace and Bournemouth will score, and it's a pretty big thing to expect a lot of attacking returns here and there. Maybe he will, maybe I will suffer because I didn't bring him in, but I want someone that's nailed and someone that I can easily bench if I find a reason to do so. Looking at the fixtures, let's go back. I won't make the transfer yet. I will confirm him on the deadline stream. I will try to make it this time for a deadline stream. So let's go to look at the fixtures basically. If I'm looking at the fixture difficulty rating, Bournemouth is ideal. Arsenal, I can bench Gabriel here. It's perfect. I can bench Estupiñán against Liverpool. He's not playing, but I will still have Wolves against Villa, not ideal, so maybe I won't bench Gabriel, but Poro against Luton, I will have players. Then it's Arsenal for sure will be playing, Bournemouth will be playing here. I still own Wolves against Burnley will be played, so a lot of things are going to happen, and I can adapt pretty easy the defenders and see who is in form. If I get an injury once again, I wouldn't rely on someone coming from the bench. I will be prepared, and around 32 and 33, somewhere like that here, I may buy a Liverpool player, but it's not going to be Salah because Son is having Forest next week, and after Forest in 33 I will just get the Liverpool player for Palace, Fulham, and etc. Here I will have to see who is in form. It's after the international break, it's a midweek fixture, so a lot of rotations are expected there. We have to see how we are going to adjust everything. But yeah, basically after two home fixtures, it's tricky to go without a Liverpool player in that run. But yeah, you cannot target everyone. Luton here, West Ham, Forest for Son looks like a pretty nasty run. And after that, it's Newcastle City. So I will be selling him then. And maybe I will get Salah at that point, and maybe the wild card will be triggered, so I can prepare for 34 and onwards. So that's the plan ideally, to do it in 32, the wild card, and just get Salah and maybe offload someone. Villa, basically in 31 I can sell Watkins and just rely on Darwin and just have City, Brentford, Arsenal. It's not ideal run of fixtures, and then maybe I can get Watkins back. We have to see, but for sure I'm not going anywhere away from Haaland. Foden is remaining into the side because Liverpool and Arsenal seems like a fixtures when City need to deliver, and they deliver in those fixtures. But yeah, that's basically my squad. As you can see, I will be deliberating up until the end. Should I pick a Stupinian against Dawson, or should I just rely on Dawson? We have to see. The other 4 players are nailed. I will bring in Zabarni as I will need the Bournemouth double up here and a solid defender for a pretty good run of fixtures. So yeah, everything seems in order. I will be planning a lot of videos for Gameweek 29 where I'm most probably going to use my free hit, but we will see how that goes. But for now, guys, I'll be heading out. Bye!